All right, this is Calabos, and we're playing Planescape Torment. We've eaten a stomach, and
I'm gone.
now we're going to go into the Foundry. You, here to pick up an order. Yes. Southern wall of the Foundry. Let's go in.
I'm gone.
You look like somebody we can talk to. I'd like a tour. What's going on? Taking a huge and very, very secret contract, one that is taking up practically all of our resources. Taking a smaller operation for the day-to-day items for our other orders, but right now the Foundry is devoted. You seem very firm about this. Thanks. Any other questions? List a Teal'c supervisor for this area being the main foundry of the Great Foundry, where much of our current public work takes place. The foundry is larger than this, of course, but we have a large contract we're working on and sworn to secrecy. How do I join? Thanks. Is this the right place?
Updated my journal.
All other mortals who pass through my life show me their spirits as a shining spark or smoldering ember. You show me nothing at all. I call you half-man because I cannot see your spirit as I see those of others. Whether this is because you have no soul or because you have transcended, I cannot say. One way or another, you're but half a man. Where the other half is... Oh, weird. Daughter of Sendos, one of the factors. The Gonman. Saros is a child of the Foundry, yet I fear he has never embraced the philosophy of the Believers of Source. My father is a factor here, and his travels have led him far from the Foundry and into realms most mortals have never even dreamed. Tell me more of your brother. He's a brash, impulsive lad, easily given over to whose manhood is eager to prove himself equal of anything on the plains, full of aggression of youth. I believe he feels himself more sensate than godsmen, further vindicating my belief that sensates are most immature of all the factions of Sigil. Why are they the most immature? Because like children, they do not understand that there is more beyond the world, the senses beyond what one can see, hear, taste, touch, or smell. Look around you, you're in the outer planes. This is belief made solid. But that does not mean that this seemingly rough matter can be comprehended by the senses. This is belief, no mere physicality. Okay, well, sure.
Done.
I have no idea where I'm going. Just a few questions. Sure. Okay, that's not helpful. Nope. No escaping. Thildon keeps saying I'm not raised right, and my father's poor parent. All I know is that Thildon's biggest sod. They know how to live life. They know what it's all about. Not like these people. They keep pretending there's some big noble purpose to it all, but I don't see it. My sister says that life is more than our senses show. But I don't see how she knows that, since all she knows is through her senses. I just don't get why people make this up. Soroso, she can just look at someone and sees what needs adding and needs taking away. I don't know how she does it. My father always said it was something about her ascending to another level. He said she was a born godsman. Okay, that's not super helpful. A severe woman with flaming red hair pulled back tight, giving her face a strict, nervous look. She appears to be deep in thought. Your approach, she glances up and says, "Can I help you with something?" Yes. You can ask almost anyone else here about the foundry and you'll still get the same answer. What makes you think I'll give you one? Tell you about the project we've sworn our lives to complete and defend? No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Let's just say it's powerful and it'll be worth the effort we put into it. Well, you've got the brilliant but eccentric Neil Xander, the Githzerai outcast woman, Calera, Thildon the Grey, whose heart is much less ambiguous than his name, Keldon the Factor, Sandaz the Factor, the two children of Sandaz, supervisors, smiths, and a host of others. They all pass me at one point or another, and frankly, I haven't made much of an effort to get to know them. They work for me or they don't, and that's about as much as I care. I'm afraid I'm rather devoted to my work. My name is Bedai Lin. I'm a magical engineer, not a mage, mind you, but a theoretician. I'm going to make sure the Godsmen don't get a chance to use that weapon or contract for other such weapons. So it's a weapon.
I'm gone. I'm gone. All right. I'm gone. All right.
Alright, so nothing there.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
South of the main foundry, sir. Find the office with the desk in it. So maybe that's outside.
I'm gone.
Okay, maybe it's not outside. Armor.
All right.
Oh no, here we go. Suppose it's possible. Remember where? It's important to me. Not so fast, lad. It takes a while for the mind to warm up to a task like this. I've lived a long time. There's a lot more faces in that time. It ain't so easy to remember. Memory's a fleeting thing, and that's something you can bank on. Before replying, you mutter, "Tell me about it, lad." You'll need an apron, 10 copper, some tongs, another 10, and a hammer. Pick up an item. Yes, I do. Left it myself, but I got busy.
You know, I've learned some new tricks.
Looks almost gauzy. Sharp edges protrude from it. You have no idea what to do with it for yourself, but okay. So let's do that. Unfolding portable, usable only by the nameless one. Shimmering piece of filigreed metalwork that you picked up in the Great Foundry. It looks almost gauzy.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Well, that. I guess we're doing this now. Okay. Accept, I guess.
I'm gone.
Okay. So that's where we came in.
All right.
Talk to her. The Kron's voice is thick and scratchy as if trying to force its way past layers of dust. Her eyes are a dull bloody red with black veins running through them like tree branches. As she gazes at you, a strange crawling sensation passes through you, like snakes burrowing beneath your skin.
Well, now,
90
my
grand just for
pretty
saying hello?
thing.
Dang
Have you
it.
returned at last? You were gone so long. I feared you forgot poor, lonely Ravel.
Here's a man in confrontation with the world. She makes a crooning noise, not unlike a dying bird. Yes, such tales as would shrivel even a hag's ears. Tales are many, the balance, imbalance, trials of war, battles with fiendish elements, and a creature that feeds on others from afar to sustain itself in torments. Divided in two, or when your mortality was peeled away, no longer balanced, much broken in the separation, both a blessing and a mistake. But how much more blessing than mistake? Forgotten the how of it I have I? Revel's gaze dims for a moment, the black veins swimming in her eyes, and even if I remembered it, I would never do it twice. Never forgotten the moment have I after the break. Seeing the pain stream from your veins, your cries like a wailing child, every bit of your being filled with emptiness. Terrible, even for these eyes. Trials of war. Tiny heads filled with ideas of how the planes should be. No base hungers do you feel but fear. Far more terrible ones boiled beneath your skin at such a cost. Not the nature nor the cause of these hungers, but heed this. Coming events cast their shadows before them, my precious half-man. There's no saying of what these events will be, not even with Ravel's eyes.
Updated my journal.
A lodestone pulls iron to it, and so do you, my precious half-man, but it's not iron but tormented souls. As others suffer, they are drawn to you, and your path becomes theirs. She makes a sweeping gesture. Do you not see them in the eyes of those that have traveled here with you? Do you wish to explain, Gith? Ravel throws burning glance at Dakon, tempered with faint smile. Vows may prove tighter than any chains. No. Manacles of a race once enslaved, now a slave again. Dakon is silent, but his blade shifts at Ravel's words. The blade darkens, the edge sharpening until the Karash itself seems to carry a horrible malevolence about it. The cackling sorcerer. Ravel's eyes seem to catch Ignis's fire and blaze with his hellish light. An ember of Ravel's once passion he carries, for he cares not what he does, but mayhap down inside the lightness places tormented by what he once was before the passions came on. Do my words burn true, O smoldering corpse? The chattering skull. Ravel doesn't bother to even look at Mort, as if he's beneath her notice. It equips enough of a shield for what lies buried in your brain box. What? The abyssal temptress, Ravel sneers, her yellowed fangs piercing her purple lips as she squints at falls from brace. Skin so fair, lips so rich, eyes that might cause you forget Ravel herself, and yet she suffers more than any other. When one turns on their nature, many are the torments that arise from such a betrayal. Ravel, Grace replies softly, almost cautiously, I've come to terms with you lie, succubus. Ravel's lips peel back in a snarl. You lie. Do not dare lie to me. And your heart is a book to me. Every word you spit screams of your torment. Ah. Ravel gestures at Anna as if she's for sale upon an auction block. Look upon this feisty tiefling. Such a fiery hair and voice. A smile is bearing her rows of yellow teeth. Shall I speak of your torment, tiefling? Anna seems paralyzed, her eyes wide as Ravel turns her black-veined gaze to her. You can see her trembling, her heart beating fast. No, no, I shall not speak of it. Ravel's voice drops, almost in exhaustion, and the smile fades from her face. Grown tired of cruelties and torments Ravel has, the world is a jagged enough place. She turns to you, her blood eyes dim, and she sighs. Puzzle of bone and skin were you, always intriguing and the most beloved of all who came to me, petitioning, requesting, pleading for help. Ravel stares hard at you, her black veined ember eyes narrowing, so hard to see past the scars to dig up the man who once was underneath. Shadow is substance, seeking that which casts a light. I know you more, and no. Ravel pauses, her eyes dimming. No more than I know the nature of any man. Cross paths have we. Man tainted with undeath, the still feeling the pangs of separation, an old withered crone now. Seems is that we are meeting for the first time. No, not. Ravel seems confused for a moment, then shudders as if throwing off a weight. Not at all. An echo of a future meeting this is, or a past meeting, depending on which way time is facing. The now and then, very similar, so tangled in the now and then is. Both mirrored in each other, once and again you come before me with a problem to challenge me for solution to an impossibility. Ravel hisses at you, and her eyes blaze beautiful, ungrateful, beloved man. Such fire in your eyes, enough to stir a grey lady's heart, passion to be free, but when free, the fire in your eyes guttered out. With separation, your life has shed all meaning, I fear. Ravel smiles with her yellow fangs, then clicks them together as if laughing. Yep, you should sit on your hind legs and limp your forepaws. Begging will bring me answers, then I beg you, Ravel. Tell me what you know. I need your help in remembering what happened. Gentle heart now. Ravel's black veined eyes glint, and the corner of her mouth twists upward like a snake. But you've already asked so many. Time for my questions now. Do not answer my questions. No more of your questions will I answer, my precious man. Step lightly with this answers. The asking shall tear you apart. Is it so? Yes. Is it choice, Kith, or a matter of two skies? Well, I think we've listened to this crone rattle her bone box enough, and now she's got some pair of stones saying I haven't got any skin. What if I don't? Obviously, the fact she has skin has done wonders for her looks. No choice at all. When you feel instead of think, there's little room for choice. What do you feel for those that come with you? Do they matter? the skull. Turns, clacks her tusk, then glances at Anna with a sneer. What of this slip of flesh? The fiendling, the tiefling with the scarlet hair and the fiery passion. Uh, mm, well, this place is difficult. Third and last question is this. As Ravel opens her mouth to speak her final question, you're suddenly gripped with the terrible realization that this final question has murdered many others to whom it has been asked. You know what it is, and you feel it welling.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
What can change the nature of a man?
I don't believe you. In fact, I don't think they ever could have answered you true, even if it was true to them. You never cared about any answer other than mine, ever, did you? You asked the question knowing that no matter what the answer they gave, they would die by your
Updated my
hand.
journal.
Maker and breaker of puzzles, a solver of what cannot be solved, mind raveling and unraveling until the threads of thought are tied like knots in a drunken man's hair. I am but a woman who has sorely missed her beloved creation. Some have named me Crone, Grey Lady, Yaga, Sister, Night Hag, but myself is my name Ravel, Ravel who puzzles well, providing conundrums to decipher and laying impossibilities low. But many things are said about we Grey Ladies. A race we are, night hags, but an individual am I. Some of us call us evil of old, stalkers of mortal dreams, the kindly ones, ugly, hideous things whose homes I do not. It has melted into falls from grace, taking on her demeanor. Her features are close as a shape more pleasing. Ravel smiles, her teeth now brilliant, perfect white. Ravel has melted into Anna's shape. This is the... that may have been one of my names. Yes, looks more confused. Thank you. Not a child's grammar book. This is not a governor's set of flaws. It's the art.
Updated my journal.
Oh, Jenny. Planes work, but your mind has shut out her words and you cannot recall them. Just thinking about them sets your heart pounding. Told you something you're not sure anyone was ever meant to know. She's watching you. May have been one of my names. That means you helped me. I thank you.
Updated my journal.
As it was with FVN, the sensation is curiously painless, but the thread and stitching seems to be going much deeper, almost inside you, without actually going beyond the surface. In moments, Ravel's talons draw back and you feel better or stronger. Yes.
Updated my journal.
Um, Take these seeds, use them as you will. Into this I grant an additional boon. She plucks a hair from her head and takes a handful of the seeds, places them in her palm, then crushes them. A small trail of blackish blood runs from her hand, but when she opens it, there's no wound, only a necklace of black barbs woven around to lock it.
Updated my journal.
Um, Once a maze of lifeless stone, it was featureless, but a small black seed was wound in my hair when I came to this place, and it grew strong amidst the stone, flourishing, until it ran thick throughout my maze like the unraveling hair of a crone, and so this maze of another becomes my garden. Tried to help a lady, and it kindly should not take to it. My offering of help was unwelcome. I tried to set her free. Sigil is the cage. City of doors and locks is a prison for her. It must be, mustn't it? Why else call the city Sigil a cage? And who is caged? The lady. A prison so small for one so great. Unjustness, wrongness, intolerable to torment a woman thusly. Tried to break the cage, let the lady go free. She makes a shooing motion, her expression becoming pained as she scatters invisible birds. Shoo, pained. When let Sigil's ring be broken, so you might fly far from its filthy streets and the stupid Dabus that dare not speak in words for fear their thoughts would be overheard. Before I could finish, I found myself here, and my memories none the better for the trip. Much has slipped away, much forgotten. Yes, it was. Ravel smiles with her yellow teeth. The dwindling of a memory has become a comfort to these old bones. Much I have forgotten. Fortunate that I still remember you.
Updated my journal.
Revel's voice drops, almost reprimanding. I resent anyone, even a power, being imprisoned, and think that everyone, whether stones, shores, or quiet-bladed ladies, should be free. Some have said, more fool I, why risk such a thing? Quite possibly quite. Life's chains and fear of death may have gripped too tightly on the man I knew. Knew then. Revel picks at one of her jagged gray hairs wrapping around her finger. No liking for chains and cage. Blinks for a moment. Her black-veined eyes become duller. She has been struck with a heavy weapon. Talons tighten around the gray hair so tightly it looks like she's about to tear it from her skull. Mayhap you were trapped.
Updated my journal.
No. No more will I I say? Wow, that's a ridiculous amount of XP we've gained from this conversation. Revel's face wrinkles in pain, the talon covered with the blood-tipped gray hair, even plucked from her head, looks jagged and stiff. I do not know, and knowing shall I share. She stares down at the gray hair wrapped around her talon, and she hisses and flicks it to you. Take this and leave the past where it lies. It's what you wanted, seedling, and you asked so sweetly. Now how could Revel say no to one such as you? Immortality was your solution and your challenge. My solution, but why? I don't know, seedling. Time has chipped away at my memories as well, it would seem. Seem? If you remember, tell me. I'm curious myself. Must have been something important. Isn't the nature of man to want to live forever? Only if what lies on the other path carries great pain. Very important. Do you know why I might ask you to do it? Death was the thing you needed to dodge. An easy thing to say mayhap, but to do it is not. Immortality, even with its flaws, was the best solution this withered mind could entangle yet. Lead is not easily changed to gold, but is possible, thought the universe unwise. Ravel, if water can be drawn from blood, mortality can be taken from a mortal, peeled back like a sticky foam. So you pulled it off? The gulf between man and unman is great. You traveled the distance, I provided the means, but you crossed on your own. Well slaps her head and rakes her hand through her hair. Bad Ravel, mortals are too flawed to be made to last. Still, they break. They must be dragged kicking and screaming into an unhealthy new mold. Unhealthy, so the ritual was flawed? Shortcuts must be made, and they can break the mold, for it's not always the mold that breaks, but the substance poured within it. Force something into a shape it was not meant to be, and it breaks. I thought that the material was of stronger stuff, but you have been broken. But I am immortal. Surely that was a success. You have survived long, immortal one, but you have become the prey of the creature that is life. She cups her hands and reverses it, forming a canopy with her hands. The body is but a hut for the soul, but now no one dwells in your hut. Puzzle-fleshed, broken, beautiful mortal man. The ritual was not a finished thing. Revel's brows wrinkle and her talons pick at her hair, tugging at a long strand. The ritual gave you what you wanted, but great were the costs. The casting of shadows, the quiet, violent deaths of the mind, and the painstaking emptiness. These things, the dangers are in such a fragile vessel. No matter how strong a mortal man, regret them in the ritual do I. Casting of shadows? Ungrateful shades, but ungrateful without cause? The shades, they hate you, nameless one, for they are fathered by you, your children once forsaken. They will never forgive. They will do anything they can to destroy the parents, such is the way of children.
Ooh, looks like my skills have increased.
Okay. You cast shadows on existence, nameless one. With every death, a shadow arises fresh in the field of your flesh. They wander for a time, but always they return looking to murder their parent. Such is the way of many offspring. Ravel purses her lips in disapproval and suddenly pokes you in the chest with a talon. And thankless young men such as yourself. 1,000 deaths and you recover from each. Not so the mind. The mind is much more fragile. Its scars run deep and do not heal. The brain is encased in a hard bone shell, difficult to breach, but with no defense against that which eats it from within. You have a hole where your mortality once lay within your shell. She makes her hand into a fist and shakes it. Rattle, rattle goes the hollow man, a baby's plaything with naught but tiny stone that clatters and...
Updated my journal.
Do you doubt, Ravel? Of course I delivered on what I promised. Not long after the spell drew a close, I killed you to see if it worked. You struggled so, but I kept my grip tight, and watched you die your first of many deaths. Revel clacks her teeth. Then when I was learning its flaws. Ego enwraps us like a prison. Forget I did that it oft-times serves as a shield. Ravel clicks her tongue. My pretty, pretty thing, there's much wisdom and understanding in the truth that life is a preparation for the ultimate goal, death. Our life is a means by which we learn how to die. If we forget such things... Yes, unfortunate. Without the mortality to hold such memories tight, the shell of a body is... so you took my mortality from me. Is it still intact? Ravel seems surprised, then alarmed. Yes, yes, yes. Fear not for broken mortality. If you were here talking to me intact, your mortality must be. Such a thing cannot not be destroyed as long as you exist. You are an anchor of your mortal soul. As long as you are intact, so shall it be. Made to last are you. Ravel smiles and gives a wheezing laugh. For life will swallow you and spit you out. Swallowed him, but I don't know if he came out that end. Enough of this. Look, Ravel, you took my mortality from me and it has caused more harm than good. I would take it back now. You've had it over long, I think. Ah, you make a demand. Ravel's black-veined eyes sharpen and twist, taking into disturbing awareness, and she bares her yellow fangs. No, no, no. That, Ravel, I will not do. What is undone cannot be done. Why not? Cannot give such a thing to you, my precious man. For Ravel has nothing to give. I never possess you or your mortality, though I wish to keep them both in my garden as selfish affections, keepsakes. Trace the patterns of your flesh, but such a thing Ravel could not bring herself to do. You loved him. Anna breaks her silence. She sounds astonished. You loved him, you did. Ravel gives a low, wide smile. Is that so hard for you to believe, fiendling? She cackles softly to herself. Does Ravel, being Ravel, and thus a myth, not deserve to carry such feeling in her black brambled heart? No creature is undeserving of such feeling, Ravel. Grace speaks softly. The histories do not paint such a compassionate picture of you, however. Past is past, and histories care little for speaking of the truth of it. Ravel frowns, then her voice drops slightly, threateningly, as she studies Grace. The feeling brushed me, yes. Now hold your silvered tongue, abyssal daughter. I need not your soft words to cloud the air here. The man and I shall speak, and you shall bow to this. I don't know, sweet thing, but if I were you, I'd get it back quick. No telling what horrible things someone could do if they held your mortality for ransom. Ravel clicks her talons together. If it would be like holding someone's sweet, succulent soul. A puppet dancing on someone's string. Would you be a most sad puppet, too? Know where it is, I do not. I don't know. If I were you, I'd get it. Yes, there's another who might know such things that Ravel does not. Who? A fair-skinned one, might you ask. An angel, a diva, one who soars on the wings of morning, and with his hands as the architect of horizon, he lies beyond my keeping, in another cage, in another prison. His knowing is the knowing of what you wish to know. Ask him.
Updated my journal.
Oh, that's a ridiculous amount of XP again. In leaving this prison to another cursed prison will you arrive, though it may not appear such to a casual glance. Step lightly and find the golden link in the ever-shortening chain. The light shall give a dark of the matter. The branchings of this place. No leaves here. One may take their leave when they wish it. Wrap your hands about you like branches. Make them encircle your chest like a cage. Step from the edge of the mage into darkness, into another cage. Your body shall go. A simple take. Simple leaving, but there's no return in that final step. One of the edges knows, not I, the remembering of which has failed me, and the edges of the maze have always had little to say. You've known how to leave all of this time? Why don't you leave? Why stay when no one can leave, is your question to me. I turn the question on its head and send it scurrying back to you. The answer lies not in staying or leaving, but in the causes and reasons. Do you want to leave? It is a want, a once want, but not a now want, and more a not knotted want. What do I need that lies beyond my brambled walls? It's a cruel, jagged world beyond the edges of this maze, and Revel has pulled enough of its shards from her skin. So you say. One final question do I have for you. Do you wish to leave me? Let me leave. I have the power to keep you here.
You have forgotten your place,
Updated my
half-man.
journal.
Oh, monkeys.
Humility is in order.
I think that we're about to die.
Attend me, my pet.
Gather to me.
Oh, crud.
You have become strong.
I'm gone.
Holy monkeys.
I'm gone.
It shall be done.
I hear you. I shall
So,
serve.
sure, why not?
I'm hurt. Die.
Talk about beating a dead horse.
Again you live.
Okay, let's level. Um, okay, so let's. So if I had 5th level spells, you could totally learn them. Blah, blah, blah.
Ready.
Done.
Are they attacking Ravel?
All right.
I will hear you. Tantus Valley.
Did we kill her? I have no idea what just happened. Holy monkeys, this has been a super long episode. So we'll wait for whatever the heck is going on.
What is thy bidding?
No idea what's going on.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to call it here because we're at freaking 52 minutes instead of the 25 that it was supposed to be, but I kind of got like wrapped up in the conversation. We've done a lot of leveling and weird stuff, so we're going to call it here. I hope you liked it. If you did, leave me a like. If you didn't, don't. Again, I apologize for the extreme length, but like I said, I just got caught up in it. All right, have a good night.